Welcome to this week's episode of Sunday Spin. I'm Laura, and this is Terry, and this is where we take a couple of minutes to tell you guys what we're listening to each week. Terry, what are you spinning?
So this week, this was my album for 2020. I absolutely adore it. It's PEARS. Amazing album. I was a huge fan of their previous two albums, especially Green Star. I absolutely loved a lot of songs on this, and this is completely different, but also very similar to PEARS of what you've heard before. And the songs throughout, not only lyrically are they genius, but musically they're very, they don't follow any traditional rules as to like how they go. They speed up at different parts where you think it's going to go slow, it's going to hit you with some fast, it's going to hit you with some hard, and then it just like slows right down. It's all over. The choruses are beautiful. The harmonies are perfect, both in the musicality but also in their vocals. Zach Quinn is amazing. And if you don't know Zach, actually, two members of PEARS, Zach Quinn and Brian Predis, actually both released albums, 2 albums each in 2020. And of course, pandemic hits. And this album, PEARS, was released in March 6th, so just like a week before, and they were supposed to go on tour and everything got canceled. Zach you can still find on Instagram once in a while. He pops on and plays some sets. I've been a fan of many of them. I wish I could see these guys live, because from what I've been told, these guys bring the heat. So if you guys think so, let me know if you've seen them live and what you think. So a couple favorites on this album would be Comfortably Dumb. I have to go. It's kind of like that song that like reads what's going on in here half the time. So I fell in love with it because it was a pre-release single. Fell in love with it then. Still fell in love with it now. Worm is a song that's constructed very differently. It's got nice, long, flowy, beautiful voices, and then just hits you real hard and stuff. And then it just goes back, nice, long, flowy, and then bam, right again. And I absolutely love it. The lyrics of that one are also really neat. I love the way how they write. It's very intelligent. It's it really speaks to I want to say like the inner tweakings of someone's brain, and especially somebody who's like, may have some anxiety or may have things that haven't gone on so good. So yeah, definitely go check it out. Daughters is another one, and Traveling Time, which is a nice, beautiful, slow song. If you've had the chance to see Zach, he's played this live on acoustic. Beautiful. Nails it every single time. So yeah, make sure you go check them out. Laura, who are you spinning this week?
Okay, so this week I am spinning one of my all-time favorites that you guys already know. Been listening to Stone Wheelchair's debut full-length album called The America. It came out November 2020 on State Line Records, and you guys all already know they're one of my favorites. This is what it looks like. There's a couple variants of this out, so head over to State Line Records and check out all the different options. But this album is great if you love that old school street punk, kind of hardcore, gritty. It's fantastic because they're so young. Oscar is like, I can't explain it. You really got to check him out. He's super talented. Kind of formed this band really on his own at first, and now there's a full band behind him. Fantastic group of guys. Like I said, super hardcore. That street punk vibe reminds me a lot of A Global Threat, The Casualties, a ton of like the Unseen vibes in there. So it opens up with a track called Hostile City, and it is just a straight banger right from the beginning. You kind of know what you're in for right off the bat. It's like I said, it sets the tone for the rest of the album. And you can tell there's like a lot of thought that goes into each track. You can tell where they really like take a look at that breakdown and make sure that everything is perfect. And we know Oscar on a little bit of a professional level, and he's a perfectionist, and it comes out a ton in this album. And to see all the thought and the time that goes into this is really awesome, and I think it makes me appreciate this even more. So with that being said, on the first side, I really love the song What's Meant for Me, and that's the last song on the first side. So when you flip the record over, it goes right into, it does not stop. The speed picks right up again, right where you left off. My favorites on the whole album are going to be on the B-side. The whole B-side is really, I think, in my opinion, the strongest of the whole record. But my standout tracks for me are going to be Stand My Ground, which rolls right into my favorite, Pick Yourself Up. And that, Terry, it goes right back to kind of what you said, you know, songs that are right here kind of already in your head that you feel like were kind of written for you. And I think a lot of people can say that, especially with 2020 being as crappy as it was for all of us. You should definitely check out this record. You can pick it up on State Line Records. You can get some of their merch on Bandcamp, all the good stuff. I love Stolen Wheelchairs. Looking forward to more things coming out from them. So stay tuned here because we'll keep you guys posted. Terry, who are we shouting out this week?
Before we get to the shout out, Laura, you got to show off that beautiful. That's right.
How's that?
Beautiful, right? Like,
it is gorgeous. And like, that is one thing I will say about a lot of the stuff that comes out of State Line Records, which if you guys haven't yet, you should check out our episode we did with Mark. So many things that come out of there are gorgeous, just like this. So many variants, beautiful. The prices are great. The artists are awesome. StatelineRecords.com, getpumped.com. Go now.
All right, so now to the shout-outs. I'm gonna stick with Canada because, well, it's my home and native land. So we had the pleasure to talk to Thousand Islands Records. You're gonna see that episode coming up in about a week or so, I believe later this week. But there's a band out of there called Cemetary. We didn't talk about them during the episode. And actually, we didn't talk about his other band. Their bassist is in Winning Streak 2, which is another great band. And hopefully, we'll talk about that album in another time. But I'm going to stick with Cemetary. They're a punk quintet, out of Toronto. And they rip. If you like Strike Anywhere, if you like A Willem Scream, if you like Belvedere, you are going to love these guys. They are fantastic. They have that 90s skate punk. They have that melodic hardcore. They have a little bit of pop. Not a lot of it, but definitely they released a 3-song EP. These guys formed in 2019 and they released this EP in April and kind of when the world shut down. So make sure you go check them out. They have all 3 songs were good. Very hard to pick one. I actually picked this song because it really spoke to me, which is kind of sort of maybe, and talks about putting in the work and then being told you're not good enough. And it's kind of like a breakup song, but a little bit hits you a little bit harder, I find. But I'm absolutely in love with it. Make sure you go check out their stuff. You can find their stuff on Thousand Islands or go check out their Facebook page. They can be found anywhere. We have their Bandcamp link down here, so make sure you check it out. You won't be disappointed. Laura, who are you shouting out this week?
So this week we have an awesome music video. Make sure you pause this really quick. Go fill up your glass with whatever your preferred beverage is. We have a brand new video for the brand new single from our friends Indecent Criminal. This track is called Bizarre. It just came out the very end of July. And it is just a feel-good song. The music video is going to make you feel good too. So like I said, fill up your drink and we'll catch you guys next time.
Repeat. And I still see you everywhere. You're always in my heart. But no plea, no call, don't speak at all. You truly are bizarre. Let's laugh and photograph the world take turns and watch us burn. And it's all the same to me. repeat.
Oh, ain't it bad how both our bands are fucking sick?